YouTube. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. On this channel, I want to discuss the pros and cons of me getting sister locks versus micro locks and why I finally chose the decision to go with micro locks. So on this channel, I would like to discuss the my install date, how long I've been the micro locks newbie. Also on this channel, I want to discuss like my hair texture, um, just things to discuss on my new microlock journey. So as of today, I've had my microlocks installed on February the 27th, and I'm due for a retie on March. Actually, I'm due for a retie in a couple days. It'd be March 17th. So on this microlock journey, which is a new journey for me, I want to discuss why I got micro locks versus getting sister locks. So I did a lot of research on the web for micro locks and sister locks, and I came across the sister locks website to find out who was certified to do sister locks in my area, because I live in the state of Florida. So I want to do my research because I know that getting sister locks, that it will cost money, and also it's timely. So I wanted to make the decision who was going to do my hair, and if I was going to pay this kind of money, where should I go and have this service done. So I did a lot of research. I only contacted, I think, maybe 2 or 3 people. I did talk to one lady, and she was I think she was a trainee or in training or whatever, and she was telling me the price of our micro locks, and something just didn't sit too well with me with the price or whatever, and I'm not judging her, and she probably did a excellent job. So and I asked her, do you have any pictures or anything, or do you have an Instagram, or do you have Facebook or whatever, send me your link so I can look it up, because when I'm doing research to find out who was going to be my consultant, I want to see what your work looks like. I want to see, how do your styles look. I want to do, get all that information in before I make the final decision. So, I looked her up on YouTube, and not YouTube, I'm sorry. I looked her up on Instagram, and when I looked her up on Instagram, there was no pictures. There were a lot of advertising, and I think one of them was on there where she did a retie on there, but there was no pictures of her work. So that didn't, sit too well with me. Kind of like gave me like, okay, I feel like maybe, I don't need to, go with her and let her, do my locks. So what I did is I went ahead and contacted a few more people. I contacted this girl who's on YouTube, and she had a lot of nice videos and of her hair, and she was really good. She was out of Tampa, and I I had messaged her, and I asked her about how can I book a consultation with her, to see about getting was I a candidate for sister locks. So she gave me the information. I never did book the consultation with her, because I was looking at the distance of how far I would have to drive, and versus how long it would take and how many times I would have to make the trip over there. I think the drive would have been, I want to say probably about 50 miles from my house, which is not, too bad. But, considering that I was going to get a style like that, I didn't want to make, multiple trips over there for that there. And I just wanted to hurry up and get my hair done, and for it to, be over with, not impatient or anything, but, I just didn't think I wanted to make the drive over there. And, I kind of kept her on the back burner, and, and so if I ever, wanted to, if I reconsider her, I would have her in mind. And then, excuse me, I contacted another one. She had great Instagram. She was a trainee. She had went to Texas, I think to Texas, and got her certification. And I was gonna check her out, but me again, the drive would have been, I think the drive was less. I think the drive would have been probably about maybe 30-40 minutes. But me thinking like, okay, I don't know if I want to drive, back and forth, and I don't know how long she's gonna take, and she might not have taken that long, but I just didn't know if I wanted to chance it. So So then it led me back to, the consultant here in my city, which is like 3 minutes from my house. So I decided to go with her and for a consultation and then see if I was a candidate for her sister locks. And she hold on, let me back up. So I went for the consultation and the get the sister locks, see if I was a candidate for the sister locks. And she washed my hair, did what she had to do, and blow dried, and then she did a few samples on my hair, I think 3 or 4 or whatever. And then she told me that sister locks will work well for my hair, and she quoted me the price of I don't know how much it was, like I think it was like $900 or whatever, which I knew the price was going to be up there. Actually, I was expecting to pay more, about $1,200, because I heard stories about sister locks, they're being kind of pricey, but I didn't care about the price. I just wanted something done, and I wanted it done right. So I had done booked the appointment, and told her that, okay, all right, I want to go ahead and get sister locks. And she told me in the session, she told me how many days I would need to come for the install, and how many hours it was going to take. So I would need to come 3 days, and it was going to take approximately I think 30 hours. It might have been 22, I don't know, 30 or whatever. Okay, so hey, I was good to go. I went home and told my husband how much it cost. I thought he was gonna flip out like $900, but he was like, well, baby, you know what, you're worth it. So hey, I was gonna go ahead and go for it. So I still kept contemplating, okay, these sister locks. I'm like, okay, do I really want to go through with these here or whatever, So I was talking to a lady in my church, and she had sister locks, and and I looked at her hair, and I was like, oh, okay, I wasn't too amazed about sister locks, just like the process of it when you going through the beginning process. I'm like, I don't want those. The way that they look like, they were old and everything. It's just the process of it or whatever, just like micro locks. You got to go through the little ugly chicken stage or whatever, hey, so, but, I looked at it or whatever. So I was like, I don't know about those. And then, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to get sister locks at all or micro locks, because, I don't want to, just the way that I thought I would look with them, and I just never really like, was a type that, like, I was a loose natural, but never was a type that just wear my hair just naturally all the time, I wore wigs, I had my braids, I had my little styles that I like, and so I was just contemplating, like, okay, do I want to go through with this process? So, she talked me into it. She said, you know what? She said, I think you'll look very pretty with them. And so, I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I ought to give these a try. And then she showed me a friend of hers who had micro locks, had been done by the same consultant. And when I looked at she said she's going to send me a picture of them to my phone or whatever to show me what they look like, because I wanted to see what they look like or whatever, because I had to look on the web, look at micro locks versus sister locks. I couldn't really tell the difference, but I know that there is a difference, because sister locks is, it's a patent, it's, it's branded, but anyway, I just wanted to see what was the major difference between sister locks versus micro locks. So she sent me the picture, and I looked at them. I'm like, yes, that is the style that I want. I want that look right there. And so what I did is I had called my consultant and say, hey, look, I changed my mind. I think I want to go with the micro locks versus the sister locks. So how much will that be? She's like, well, okay, well, if you want to go with the micro locks, I'm going to have to, have you to come back in and, so I can like look at your head again to tell you, to give you a definite price on them, and so I was like, okay, fine. So, I had booked it was at my appointment time. Anyway, when I was getting ready to go back for my, sister locks. So when I went in and she did the micro locks on me, and she was like, okay, well, I already know how much it's going to be. I was like, okay, cool. How much is it? She's like, $500. Okay, fine. So I was like, all right, yes. So I decided to go ahead and let her start doing the micro locks on me. Excuse me. Which took a total of, I want to say, about 14 hours, and I broke it up into a day, I think a day and a half. I did, because I had went early in the morning on a Monday on the 27th of February. I went like 8 a.m. in the morning, and we stopped around about 4. And then I was like, hey, if you want to jump back on it later on this afternoon after you get rest or whatever, hey, I'm willing to come back or whatever. So she's like, yeah, okay, I'll call you. So I said, make sure you call me. Now I was like, if you want to come to the house and finish my hair, you can. You're more than welcome. I'll make sure that you're comfortable. Anything or whatever. She's a good friend of mine anyway. So so she's like, yeah, I will. So she called me later on that evening. I think it was like 6 o'clock. So I went back to the salon. I let her work on my hair. We worked all the way up until I think like 12:30. And I think once we finished at 12:30, she had like a little bit more section to go. So I had to work the next day. So I told her, I said, hey, well, I have to work these hours this day or whatever you think you're going to be able to finish, by the weekend. So, she's a go-getter. She wanted to go ahead and get it done, knock it on out and be done with it. So I came back the next day to let her finish up. I think it took, I want to say about maybe 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. I lost 5 hours maybe. I lost track of time or whatever. But anyway, she finished that very next day. And after she finished, I was like, okay, hey, you know what? This is the look that I wanted. This is the look that I have been going for. And so, I let her do it, and we wound up going with the micro locks. And so now I've been micro locks. I've been micro locked for almost 4 weeks, and I'm scheduled for a retie Wednesday. So, this is new to me, so I'm learning to embrace, the natural look, even through the ugly phase, just learning how to love it. And and I know that once I took this journey, there was no more turning back. So yeah, hey, this is something new. It's a new chapter, new beginning for me. Also, I'm doing this micro locks journey. Also, I'm doing, I'm letting you all see me raw. No makeup, I'm not bashing makeup. Just letting you see me all from the beginning to the end, the start to the end process. My micro locks journey. Also with my skin, I'm doing like a transformation. I'm working on me. Also with this new journey, it's like a new beginning for me. Get my skin right. As you can see, I have cyst acne. I've had this since I've been born. So, I'm scheduled to go to the dermatologist to see about this here. Also, I have edges that are missing because I had braids that were too tight. So, these are growing back in. So, hey, I'm letting you see this journey that I'm going on. And also, you're going to be able to see it from the beginning to the end. And, yeah, so, that's about it. So, so if you're willing to, ride this journey with me, go ahead and subscribe. And, and I'll make sure I post videos frequently, as it progresses, as I mature, as things change, you're going to see this journey with me from start to finish. So, hey, I ask you to subscribe. And, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, any suggestion, feel free to write me. Hey, I know everybody's not going to love this, everybody's not going to be on board with this, hey, comes with the territory. But, this is where I am. This is the way God made me. So, hey, I'm ready for a new change, new beginning, just a new chapter in my life. So, I thank you for watching. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. And, hey, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all.